third attempt because apparently my laptop just wanted to stop recording. No, I have no clue why. It just did. But amazing. I tried getting the best camera angle, but it doesn't want to work for me today. Apparently doesn't want to record today either. But not it choice. Today's shoutouts will be Game Boy Jones, like his music, have nothing to do with the video, but I do like his music. And the second person will be Style Theory. I like their content, nothing to do with today's video. But if you want a recommendation for Style Theory, I recommend you watch their video, their newest video, where it's like talking about having personal stylists, like getting them from online sources. And if you want a deep, Game Boy Jones song, I recommend Euphoria. That's a good one. Or I forgot the name of it, but like Dragon Ball or something. I gotta do a 2-stage verification soon, so, or a second stage verification. I can put links into my stuff. And then when I do that, hopefully y'all would be able to put like a link for like a video I recommend, maybe. Or like, take for instance the Tracy link I put in. I don't know if you ever went to there, but the Spotify one did not. Me have Spotify. Twitch one did not work. But that's stuff for the weekly updates. Let's get back to the main topic of the video. Now, to catch y'all up, yesterday, funny enough, I did not upload correctly, or I was supposed to upload the day before, but I didn't. But yesterday, I made, 2 days ago, but for y'all to be yesterday, I made a video talking about Elon Musk's chip, brain chip thing, and I made a quick video just ranting about it. I ended that video with a teaser for, in the title, but saying like, oh, I had an idea that's similar, but I think it will work better. Now, let's get this out of the way. We're in the 2-minute mark, but let's get this out of the way, right? I am not a professional in the slice. I am not a professional engineer. I'm not a professional scientist. I'm not a professional neuroscientist. I do not have a doctorate. I quite literally cannot be a professional because I am still in high school. But I do research. But take everything I say with a grain of salt. Now, let's talk about this. This is the first idea in my books. I call them I, reference to D&D, of course. Ideas and inventions. Just in case y'all are wondering, yes, I do spell ideas wrong on purpose. Because if y'all watch the videos, I don't say idea the way you're supposed to. It's not like I don't try. I try to, but I still pronounce it wrong. So I just spell like that 'cause I think it'd be funny. Since I'm not saying that word, I'm not going to spell it the way I say it. But Google correct, voice to speech, voice to text does pick it up, so that's a good thing. But let's get back on top of the video, right? So these are the first ideas I put. I forgot the year I put them, 'cause I never put the dates I come with them, but it was like early on when I was first getting interested and whatnot. Did not, nothing really inspired me. I just thought, it'd be great. But this is interesting, because you would think that some of these would be inspired by stuff, because at one point I had an idea for Google Glasses, and I did not know there was a thing. Or VR was a thing. So sometimes I do be coming up with ideas that have been depicted in media, or in or have been made or being made, and just completely didn't know about it. And this is one of those ideas that I didn't know about until one day I heard about Elon Musk chip thing, or didn't realize that people would come up with this, especially in real life, until then. But I digress. I think I do a decent job at it. So let me start off with the looks of it. Now I tried designing similar to how I designed it in Thing, not completely one-to-one, but at best that I could. So let's give you the basics, right? First of all, it attached to your spinal cord. The reason for this is, first of all, I wanted to make the disc separate so you can remove it and import it with ease. But second of all, it allows direct connection to the, not directly connect to the brain, so you don't have to worry about the brain surgery. But it allows pretty much a connection to the thing, to your brain and being able to work with the brain. And then the last reason why was because one of the things I wanted to do was have it where with just being paralyzed. So I was like, if it just needs to be connected to like the spinal cord, you could theoretically have it at different locations. It just probably won't work as well, but you could have it connected at different locations. I will say one problem that I thought about with the placement ahead of time is that it might be hard for, like, I don't know how you would do it in the first place. That's something I never thought about. Like, I thought about it, but I don't know if it's realistic. I'll get into that later. But it might be harder to transfer data into your brain like this, because it's not connected to your brain, it's connected to the spinal cord. But the idea was to have wires into your spinal cord, acting like a nervous system. The wire would be gold aluminum, if I recall correctly. I have it in the thing. Let me see. In case y'all wondering, here's how it looks in this book. I've been transferring over to this one, but I haven't done it in a while. Yeah, I was saying the wiring should be made out of gold. It had to have a nickel battery and a 10.5 output, basically. By at max. I think that was because I was like, that's how much the brain can regularly sustain without data being being too much. That might just be referring to data on that actual energy. I have it written as MQ or MA. No, I think it's MQ, which I think is how you would typically refer to like data transfer and that energy. But that could just be me writing wrong. But yeah, be made out of gold because it's not harmful to the body. You can combine with other materials to make it thinner and whatnot, and very durable, along with having decent transference of electricity. Not the best, but having a pretty good transfer of electricity. So that was the goal, to use gold wiring to be able to connect it, and if need be, connect it even further than what's necessary, or what would typically be necessary. Now, that's kind of like the basis of it. To get into the actual, like, the foundation of it. Now, to get into the thing itself, the way it looks is to have a solar panel on top. The reason for this is so it can easily just drive electricity, or more easily just drive electricity, as your neck is typically, depending on who you are, isn't always, out there, but, it can pick up some electricity, or solar panel pad, to be more specific, along with a USB port. And I was thinking about having it be able to Bluetooth with a USB port, being able to help charge it, because one concern I had was the electrolytes. I was like, maybe, cause I didn't really know what electrolyte was at the time. I still think it might be a little bit concerned, but not as much. But I was like, well, maybe the electrolytes would be absorbed by the wiring. But that shouldn't be a problem, because as far as somewhere, electrolytes aren't literal electricity. The electrical nerves of the system are still worried about, and that's what I'm trying to prevent with like having multiple sources of ways to get energized. But as far as when it comes to like electrolytes, it should be good. But I had a solution for that. I was like, these two should help with it, and you should be able to just drink Gatorade, and that was the main thing. Like, if nothing else fails, just drink a thing Gatorade maybe once a day, and you'll be good. Keep in mind, the last time where I did not know what electrolytes was. Food can really help with that, actually. Way before I took biology, so, or at least get in my head beforehand. But now let's get into the USB. Will also supposed to be able to either be used as a charging station to like charge it up, or be able to be used as what's it called? It means transfer information. Now, I like to say, alternate idea I had was using nanobots, have it be that part be the hub for nanobots, and just have it go back there to charge, and whenever it's not transferring information. And this could also be used for like a layer of defense, like you make a spring system so that cars absolutely lovely, but where it can like make a spring like structure by forming it, allowing or this like making it harder to cause brain damage from hits. But that was just another idea because I wasn't sure about it. As I look back on it, there's one of the ideas that I haven't looked back. Like as I redo the book, I look back on it and like I don't know if it will 100% work. But I have faith. But let's get into the meat of the cream, because why would you attach something? Cars are a thing, and I don't like it now because they are everywhere. Anyways, let's get back to saying. But what is the point of just turning the chip in your head if it have no features? Now, Elon Musk's point is to have be able to essentially VR with a chip in your head instead. Or AR. I was thinking about another way, data transferring. Because I was like, you know what would be great if I could just skip school and everything with just being able to download stuff. So just the main thing with the way it works. To simplify it, right, it connects to the nervous system, which allows for the brain to connect. You take a double-sided USB and plug it to your laptop. You're running through a specific software. I call it Project One Piece because at the time I was like, I need everything. Even now, I was like, I need everything to be a pun, and I was like thinking, you know, what would be interesting? I was like, maybe Project Boy or Boy Century, but like, nah, that's not fun. So since at the time, Major Theory was like the One Piece would be like tell you the history of the world. And I was like, you know what? That way it's gonna be called. But essentially, it's Project One Piece, where it's essentially kind of like a filter. So, take for instance, let's say you use this isn't sponsored. I just use them. I would like to get. Eventually, I need to get used to using their other one too. I started off using GX. I don't really play games that much, but for the one that isn't built for like doing research and whatnot, it's like specifically made for gaming. It works incredibly well for it. The only thing it doesn't have is grouping, which I would like to use, so I gotta get used to it. I don't know the data transfer over. I think so. It just looked different, so I just got used to using this. But you know, if I get a computer one day, I will have one of them using that, and the other one using this. Yeah. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. Let's say you have a browser like you use Opera.js, right? And then you know how they have extensions that you can add onto it. It would essentially be an extension where when you want to download data to transfer into your brain, it allows you to go through the list of like what probably gonna be the most accurate, right? You can't guarantee it. Now that you have AI, you can also use AI too, but it would essentially just take a bunch of information. It would take from sources that are credible and within a recent time frame. It would take so first thing is gonna be is credible sources, right? Sources that are generally credible. So let's say they have a doctor behind it who is known, or the CDC, right? It will take information on that, and then take studies that are more recent. The reason why is that older researchers, not to say they're wrong, right? Because some older researchers are correct, but sometimes they can be outdated or misinformed, or just wrong. Like take for instance, back then in the day, they used to think black people have thicker skin than white people. That is not true in the slightest. And if you believe that, I recommend you go do research. But I digress. Well, no, I would highly recommend that you believe that, or some other things that they say. Like if you believe stuff from back then, I would recommend you do some research about more modern day studies, including autism. Not to be, don't believe that virus thing. Well, I don't believe it, but there is no studies that prove that. And the reason why no doctors say like without a shadow of a doubt is because they can't say it. You have to be like, as far as every study show, there is no link. And the primary study behind it that proves like that people cite that like you might cite doesn't is from an incredibly incredulous source. Like, you just should not trust that person. It's kind of like trusting Dr. Oz. You should not trust him in the slightest. If you learn nothing else, or not interested in nothing else from this video, I will just make sure you remember that, okay? But anyways, you use this to go through it and be able to download information. But that's not the only purpose of this. See, since it connects to your brain, I would like to make it so that it can I didn't think about it at first, but you might need an AI within it or a computer program to allow access to your memories. I forgot where it is. I think it was. I should have it written down here. Let me see. Give me a second. Let me pause the video so that y'all aren't. Sorry, a car came by as I got up. The cerebral cortex. Hopefully be able to transfer information, whether the wire need to be that long, or use nanobots. Hopefully be able to connect it to it, and then because it be connected to it, hopefully I would like to have it so that this is going off the base. I have more modifications to it where I use nanobots instead with this one. But if we connect to it, then we could hopefully be able to transfer actually transfer information into it, but also outside. So like, let's say you want to take data from within it and rip out. Let's say you have a traumatic experience, you can't get over it, or like you can't afford therapy, but you can afford this. You can literally just rip that memory out. Or for security reasons, I like to prevent this from happening. But this could always be used in investigation, like if you think that someone is suspected of murder and you have a time frame that murder could happen, you could have all your suspect memory checked through to see if something happened between that time and then be connected. Now keep in mind this will work with more accurately with long-term memory, since they're more informed to your brain versus short-term memory, because those can last for a long period of time, but typically, as far as I remember, short-term memory typically lasts roughly 1 or 2 years, depending on like how important it is and whatnot, while longer-term memory can last kind of your entire life, but typically it lasts like 10 years or more. But yeah, I have a lot written down here, but I'm not really simplifying it. Is that the way I have it written is less of a some kids are sticking their head out of a van and yelling. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but I can very clearly, or at least decently enough to hear them. But anyways, I've written down more like a scientific way. Y'all would like to see me read verbatim off the book? Let me know, because I will do that if need be. But then, when it comes to I will think about actually transferring from a physical chip or wiring connect to it to maybe having it more nanobot based, with the basis of it being like once we get to like 50%, you just go back to it and hold it, and then you could actually have it connect to different parts at any point in time that you need be, and it's just spread throughout your body. One thing I thought about is you can make it coded itself with a similar outline of a white blood cell. But I was like, well, when it goes charged, what would happen? I didn't think about that. One possibility is that you have a hole, a hole for a syringe that you can regularly inject tissues of white blood cell into. That way it or the outline of white blood cell, and have the nanobot program to go in there, code itself, and leave back out. Of course, nanobots are typically smaller than the blood cells, so it would really stretch out and require a decent amount of it. But that was just a possibility. I don't think that would work, but it could work. That was just a possibility that I thought about. But it was like using nanobots in your brain. The brain is less active, like I said in the last video, when it comes to your blood. Let's say your immune system, instead of saying white blood cell, your immune system is less active in your brain along with the rest of your nervous system. But by using nanobots, it will allow for easier transfer of data and information. Essentially, you could literally just form a what's it called, neuronal chains, neural core. I forgot the name of it. You can essentially just perform a double neuronic system, where it's it copied the pattern of a brainstem. Not brainstem. I forgot the name of it. But let me see what's in my book. One thing I would like to change real quick is that I have it. One version could actually be connected to the cerebellum, and that's where it transfer neurons to and whatnot. But the memory will be connected to the hippocampus, because that is actually where your memory is stored, and not where I had it set to at first. But I want to have the Bluetooth and connect to a EEE EEG. Let me check my abbreviation. I don't think I have an abbreviation for that. I think there's an actual thing that's called a EEG. Yeah, there's an actual thing called EEG. I went to have it connect to the EEG, but this is the least accurate because actually the least, but apparently it's also the least accurate way. This is way too is really accurate because it's approximate mention of the neural activity. Oh, okay. So EEG is the thing that like a brain scan essentially. And it's like using this, it would kind of be less accurate because it's only the approximate of the way it works. Then you have the wires. So I wanted to make it take the route of like the white blood cells and whatnot, and then pass them to stay in the brain and be used as a way of protection, so like springs. Also place or cover it when well, actually, a 15% would go back to where it need me to the base of the UW, which is, in case you're wondering, is what I typically call, or abbreviation for unlimited works, UW. Yeah, I don't have anything talking about the things, but like your neurons. I don't know why it took me so long to say it. You could actually just have fake neuron, like make it a replicate neuron, and this could allow for, I don't know, like you have. Let's say in 3 different locations you mess up, right? You got punched and you got knocked down, it disconnected from your spinal cord and your from like your deep, I think it's actually called N11 from what I just heard a couple days ago. And let's say like from your neck, I'm not gonna name it specifically because I don't know it, but from your neck, right? Instead of having 2 of them, what you could do is have a nanobots take a fake aspect, like become a fake version of a nerve. I don't know how I just forgot what I said, but you make it take a fake aspect of that, and then you can have it just copy itself twice, allowing for easier way versus having more. That was pretty much it when it comes to limited works. But another thing I want to go along with it is use the port. I was trying to think of a way to make it a bathtub, but I was like, nah, I can't do it. But you know the thing from Legend of Zelda? I looked it up. I don't think it actually ever got an official name. What you got? Give me a second. Something I'm not learning because I remember this one more by heart than I remember the more updated version. But apparently I went a small Tesla coil in there too, which could be possible. Because we just use electrolyte, electricity, and the rotation of magnet to generate electricity. It could be very small, but the problem I came up with while even writing this, like, it wouldn't generate much electricity, but it wouldn't need much anyways. That's just something to throw out there. I couldn't find the thing, but essentially another side thing, like what Project One Piece that had added to it, is essentially a bed that connects to your thing, so that like let's say when you go to sleep it can record your dreams, or let's say you think of something, it can record that. And that was another aspect of the Bluetooth that I wanted to have it be, where it's like you can connect it to a pin with tiny vacuums that allows it to push like in that angle itself, allowing it to essentially be just a self-control pin. And then you could use either your hand, which would be just more useless, but have a glove that attaches to your hand in different motion. It does different things. You can program specific motions to do things. So like let's say you want to go straight, or ask someone, you just go. Like you can pull a piercing blood and you just go pew. But one thing I want to do is have it be able to connect to your brain. That way you could have connect to the Bluetooth, which connect to the Bluetooth of the UW, which will allow it to just write exactly what you want. So that's pretty much it for today's video. Once again, let me know if y'all like this content. Let me know if y'all would like me to read more off the book. I can have it just be a voiceover instead. I try not to do that, partly because I don't not very good with editing and stuff, but also because like some of the software I use, I feel like one that I use to edit the a theory video, literally it's title of the video, theory or a theory, right? The software I use for that, it doesn't seem to be working for me right now, so I try to avoid thing over. But if y'all like that, me reading off the book, I could try one where it's just me directly reading from it, and then another one where just me voicing over. Y'all like more the voiceover one, I will definitely have to hire an editor, because I would like them to draw stuff to go along with it, or at least an artist. Yeah, just let me know what y'all like, or what y'all think y'all will like. That's it for today's video. Once again, today's shoutouts are Style Theory, really fun content. We'll highly recommend you watch their newest video. And give me a second. What's that noise? Oh, man. Give me a second. I genuinely forgot. I don't know. Most of the time I don't forget the second time around. I remember now. Game Boy Jones. Highly recommend you go listen to his music too. And with that, I'll see y'all next time. Hopefully this get posted on time. See ya.